Yes. If it takes a supernatural act by a demonic force to keep us from understanding the gospel, you're going to tell me it isn't going to take a supernatural act of divine force so that we do? Anyone who does evangelism and missions will tell you, you can say, oh, but this guy's going to get saved. He's really close, man. Never does. But this woman over here gets saved. You weren't even looking at her. And she comes up and she sees it. Surprised by grace, says Spurgeon. So your new birth, don't you think to pat yourself on the back. Didn't come from you, honey. It came from God. Now, after this interlude, he's back to his hymn. Kai ha logos, sark egenetu. See, he knew the Greek word that if he wanted to use the word became, he could have used it, but he didn't. And the word became flesh and tabernacled in Haman, tabernacled among us. Now, the Greek word, see here, does it give you the root? Yes, okay. It's an aorist indicative active, and it comes from the word sky a no a. No, sky a no o, that form of it. Again, the natural theologian said, you see, this word is found in Plato. I'm not convinced John had ever read Plato. I don't find the prophets and the apostles wasting their time reading Plato. This word is found in the Greek Septuagint of the Old Testament. Why do we have to go to the pagans when the word was used by the Jews? Well, how was it used? That word means when the Shekinah glory of God came down like a ball of light into the tabernacle and later into the temple. That's the Greek word! Meaning God is here, He's over there, and if you doubt it, barge into the Holy of Holies, and some electricity, some lightning, like Indiana Jones, will come sneaking out, and you will be annihilated by that light. And he says, the Word was enfleshed and tabernacled among us, which means, did God cease to be God when He entered the tabernacle? No. Did the Word cease to be God because He became incarnate? That's why that word is very important. So you have Nimnus. Well, Jesus was God, then He became man. Then He became God again. He didn't lose His deity when He became incarnate. That's why the Greek word, He set up a tent of flesh and He lived inside. He was God and continued to be God even though He was in a human body. And we beheld His glory. Glory as of the only begotten, hos monogonous, paropatres. Glory of the only begotten. Now, you see the two words only begotten? That's a mistranslation because there's not two Greek words, only and begotten. There's only one Greek word, monogenes. Well, what does that mean? Unique. Only one of its kind. No one else is in there. He's a group all by himself. You mean only begotten doesn't mean begotten? That's right. Modern translations use the word only, only one, or unique. That's why John 3:16, for God so loved the world that He gave His monogenes huios. not his only begotten Son. Had a Jehovah's Witness. Jesus is the only begotten Son. Begot means begat. Begat means the created. Therefore, Jesus Christ was the created Son of God.